Have you ever stopped to think about where did your confidence go? Did you ever think like, why am I such a bitch? Why am I such a whiny, unhappy fucking person? I used to be happy, I used to be excited, I used to be kind of carefree, maybe it was like in high school or before then. And now I'm just a fucking whiny bitch. I fucking hate my job, or I don't like my job. I come home, I complain to my wife. I'm not happy, I'm not excited. People don't really want to be around me. You say, what happened? And there's a couple of things that happen. First is that you stopped winning. You used to win all the time. You had wins in high school, you had wins in grammar school. It wasn't just necessarily that you went to the gym and you played dodgeball and you were the best dodgeball player, but at least you had some sort of competition. You had something that you were doing, that you were going to class, you were competing, you had grades, you had okay grades, you had great grades, or you had nothing. The point is that you had wins. You had some kind of a routine, a structure that you were sticking to. You had a paper agenda and you were doing things and you were keeping track of your life. You don't have any of that anymore. And so you feel like a fucking loser. You are a loser. You used to work out, you used to go to the gym, and then you stopped. And you haven't been to the gym in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. So you don't have any more wins. You stopped winning. And so you've started losing your confidence, right? There's so much ambiguity in your life, and you're just like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to eat today. I don't have any structure. I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to make it to work on time tomorrow. Am I going to wake up early enough? You don't have any fucking self-discipline. That's the other thing too. You had to have discipline when you were in school because you had to have some level of discipline, enough to at least get to fucking class, get to school, because you had to catch the school bus. If you missed it, your parents weren't going to be happy. You had somebody to kind of be accountable to. And if you fucked up, you had somebody who's gonna make you understand that you did. Now as an adult, you've lost all of that. You're able to do whatever you want. You have full autonomy over your life. And a lot of people, once they get that, they just completely lose control, right? They go off to college. At least in college, there's a little bit of structure. But some people drop out of college or they don't go at all. And so they have these problems that they start with early adulthood and it continues into adulthood. And then you find yourself in your 30s and your 40s and your 50s and you're still unhappy. There's so much ambiguity and lack of structure. You can fix it. That's why I started with stacking wins from the morning. Right? To rebuild your confidence, you have to stack wins. What that means is a win is whatever you define to be a win. That is a win. So getting up at a certain time is a win. For me, getting up by 3:50 before 4 a.m. is a win. Another win is for me to be in the gym at 4 a.m. That's another win. Another win is to brush my teeth in the morning. Another win is to make my bed. Another win is to make sure that the dishes are washed and cleaned. I have these little wins that by the time I go to work at 9 a.m. or by the time I show up at work at 9 a.m., I've been winning all morning. I've been winning all day. To get to work on time is a win. To leave my home on time is a win. So when I show up to work, I'm already super confident. I'm confident in myself that I'm capable of achieving a lot. I'm capable of achieving great things. I know I'm in a gym before anybody at my company, and I freaking love that. I love that confidence in myself to say I can do something that other people in my company can't do. I'm not the CEO. I'm not the top level position at my company or at my job. You aren't either. But you know that you're capable of doing something that even the top people at your company maybe look up to you that you're able to do. And they want to be able to do the same thing. So start stacking the wins from the morning. And you can rebuild your confidence by doing that. And, I'll tell you from my own personal experience, that was a big problem of mine. I lost a lot of my confidence because I had no structure. I went into my career and literally had my jobs just taking my ass for a ride. I was too busy with my work, working nonstop, just trying to play catch up all the time, and I felt like I wasn't able. I had no sense of self discipline. I was just working, and that was it. And I lost a lot of confidence. I also didn't have any structure in my life going into it. So I wasn't working out, I wasn't eating healthy, and so I was deeply unhappy. But once I started the early morning wake ups, I felt so much better. I was so proud of myself. And you can do the same thing.